Hi, I'm Angela with As Above Astrology. Yesterday I posted a video, it was 47 minutes, about a reading that I had done on my health. The question being, will I recover from Lyme and how long will it take? So I have a full analysis video that I'll link at the end of this video for you to watch. But my overall conclusion that I'm going to share, this is for my predictions page. I am expecting to see, well, let me actually show you the chart first. So how did I come up with this based on the chart? So in the reading, I go into more detail about this, but I am Jupiter, and Jupiter is retrograde. So when I see a planet that is retrograde as the significator of the native or the querent, which would be me in this case, things will get worse before they get better because the planet is moving backwards. It stops and then it moves forwards. And so if you're familiar with like a exponential curve, um, let's just click on one of these. So if you're familiar with like an exponential curve, the way that I would expect that to look in real life is kind of exemplified by the shape of this curve. So the retrograde period being this part of the curve where there's a lot of effort being put in, but not much return. And then after a certain point, once the planet is moving forward or they're stopped and then they finally start moving forward, there's a little bit of an improvement. And then when the planet starts moving forward full speed, or in this case, Jupiter actually ends up moving faster than his full speed, I would expect to see a higher amount of improvement during the time represented by that part of the planet's movement. So I had estimated in the long video that I expect to see more of an improvement, to have more good days than bad days starting in mid-September of 2026. So I would envision mid-September to be around this part of the curve. Now, Jupiter is at 18 degrees Cancer when I ask this question, and he's retrograde. And then in the video that I did yesterday with the full analysis, I identified that Jupiter ends back up at this same point in the heavens on April 25th, 2026. So I estimated that time. That's how I got the September date, for kind of a point where we're going to start seeing exponential returns from the effort that I've been investing in my healing. But what does that, how long does it take me to get to full remission? As I said in my video yesterday, I don't ever expect to be completely Lyme free. Um, and I can, we can point to the different passages I read out of William Lilly to explain why. But from the point of mid-September 2026 forward, I am still expecting another 12 months to get myself into a remission state where I am completely symptom free. The reason I say that is because there are 30 degrees in a sign, and Jupiter is at 18 Cancer. So there was something I had read yesterday in William Lilly, and I'm going to paraphrase it. I don't remember which page it's on, but it's in the section that starts on page 243. And that section discusses medical horary astrology, specifically for decumbrature charts. He talks about when a planet is leaving the sign, that's when you can expect the illness to end. So it's going to take 12 more degrees from where Jupiter is at for the illness to end, because that's how long it takes for Jupiter to get out of that sign. That's how many degrees he has left of Cancer. So my expectation, if I'm reading this correctly, my expectation is that September of 2027 is when I can expect to be in remission. So I will start to see greater improvements and returns on my treatments and everything that I'm doing in clinic and at home to treat this. By mid-September of 2026, that's going to start improving exponentially. And I would expect to be in remission by September of 2027 based on this chart. So that is my prediction. If you want to learn more about how I derived that, you can watch the full analysis video, which I will link in this video. So thanks for watching.